On the subject, we talked about how Megan Rapinoe on her way out is all fine with the men coming in and playing against her successors. Well, thankfully, Martina Navratilova, with whom I have absolutely nothing in common when it comes to our politics. I mean, she's out there on other days complaining that she's had too many conservatives forced upon her by Elon Musk in her Twitter feed and she can't handle it. So she and I have gone toe-to-toe on Twitter once or twice. However, I'm with her on the trans thing in women's sports. And she has been bold on that. She was initially bold, then she got shamed and she kind of backtracked, but now she's back on track. So I like where she is and I salute her for speaking up. So it's happening, Clay. U.S. women's tennis, I didn't realize this, but the U.S. Tennis Association, and I guess they set the rules on U.S. tennis, and this is with respect to it's league and recreational tennis. So it's not the women's like U.S. Open. The rules are a man can compete against the women, period. All he has to do is self-identify. No, not that they change anything. They really don't. I mean, you go through male puberty, you have an advantage, period, end of report. That's why men are now banned in the cycling world. They're banned in most of the international events in the track and field now. Just recently all this happened. But tennis has said at the professional level, you have to have some hormone manipulation for some period of time, but that's kind of it. But at the league and recreational level, you just have to say you're a woman. And guess what happened? Transgender tennis star Alicia Rowley, who's a man, is now the latest to win a women's national tennis championship and the coveted golden ball. I didn't know what the golden ball was, but apparently when you win a super national tournament, you get a gold ball. It's extremely hard to get one. And this guy got it, posing as a woman. Recently won the women's 55-plus grass court national championship and national indoor singles and doubles championship. It's unbelievable. So Martina, thankfully spoke out about this saying, let me get the quote. "Come on, USTA," she tweets. "Women's tennis is not for failed male athletes, whatever age. This is not right, and it is not fair. Would this be allowed at the U.S. Open this month, just with self-ID? I don't think so." So it's happening, Clay. It's happening where maybe not at the tip-top level, but at every level thereunder, the men are taking over women's tennis. It's starting to happen.
This is a big part of my book, Megan. I really go after this because I think it epitomizes what we're being forced to do, which is lie. Any person out there who says that a man is not bigger, stronger, faster than a woman and should not be able to compete in women's athletics is lying to you. And I mean, this is happening in athletics. I know you've talked about this crazy Wyoming sorority, University of Wyoming sorority, which has a dude who's a member of the sorority. I don't understand.
I'm sorry, and not to put too fine a point on it, but an aroused man sitting there in the sorority claiming he's a woman, getting
by the
off
way,
as the women around him do yoga.
As a heterosexual man probably would be. I've dreamed much of my life, Megan, about being able to live in a sorority house. I mean, every guy goes off to college, would like to have lived in the Kappa Kappa Gamma house if he'd had the opportunity to. That's what heterosexual men think about, right? So
right.
This is
only the deviants actually try to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. I mean, but what is, and by the way, I mean living there as an actual guy. I don't mean living there as a pretend woman. Right? So, look, all of this is crazy. And I think what's happening here, and your audience is overwhelmed. My wife loves your show. You've met her. But I think you're speaking to a really important audience on this subject, because I think there are many women out there, moms in particular, who are being taken advantage of here. Because women are supposed to be nice and they're supposed to be kind and they're supposed to be welcoming. You know where this doesn't happen? Men. And I just want to hammer this home, and I want you to think about it, and all the women out there listening to think about how you're being taken advantage of here. Can you name a single woman who has began to identify as a man and become rich by doing it? There isn't a single person. Now, some people can say, oh, Ellen, Elliot Page, whatever, like that guy, girl, whatever, the career ended, right? Because men just look at this and think, I feel really sorry for you, but you do not represent masculinity. In no way am I going to buy something from a woman who used to be a man that is advertising a product. Look at what happened with Bud Light. This was mostly men saying, fuck this. I'm not going to go buy a beer that's trying to tell me that even a fake chick, and that's not even somebody trying to be a man. That's just a fake chick, right? To talk about March Madness. Men won't stand for it. And there's not any like overt hostility by and large that I see. It's just like, hey, if you're a woman and you decide to identify as a man, you're just kind of a wimpy man, right? You're not very strong. You're not going to succeed athletically. Most men look to men who are bigger, stronger, and faster as someone that we hope to aspire to be, right? This is what the story is of why men, I think, love athletics so much. Most men aspire to be bigger, stronger, faster versions of ourselves, right? That is sort of masculinity defined. Smarter too. It's a very competitive mindset. Women are being taken advantage of here. There's no woman who becomes a man and then the next year gets voted man of the year. That doesn't happen. It happens all the time with women. So I think it's going to take a lot of moms, a lot of people who are listening to you right now in the suburbs who are going to be up early this morning, driving their daughters to go to compete in women's swimming. And then they're going to say, and I give credit to Riley Gaines, who now works with us at Outkick. Now they're going to say, wait a minute, when you get to be 20 and you're competing for a championship after 15 years of working as hard as you can, a 6'4" dude who still has a cock and balls is going to be changing in the locker room with you and putting on a swimsuit and beating your beating your daughter in women's sports. And you're going to nominate, as the Ivy League did, Megyn, that guy for Women's Athlete of the Year, and they're going to put a hagiography on ESPN, and your kid's going to be sitting down eating breakfast to start the day, and they're going to hear, oh, the best women's athlete of the year is a fucking dude with a dick and with balls. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, you mentioned that guy.
No, here's the answer. Stand by. Here's the answer to that.
Stand by. He's already got 2 balls.
Hard no.
Yeah, that's the answer. It's a hard no, Clay. Even just listening to you do that, the diatribe, my blood was boiling. Like I could feel the water rising in my neck. It's infuriating. If you are a business of one, you're probably killing yourself for everything you can earn. So when you're paying a CPA, a bookkeeper, payroll, and other admin services, every dollar out is so painful. Not only does your admin work cost an arm and a leg, it also takes you away from your own billable hours. There's got to be a better way. And guess what? There is. It's called Collective.com. Collective was built specifically for businesses of one that are making over $60,000 in profit each year. Collective handles all of the stuff that used to cost a pile of money for just a fraction of the cost. Plus, if you are set up as an LLC or just a sole proprietorship, Collective can elect your S-Corp status. Collective members save an average of $10,000 per year on taxes, and a Collective membership pays for itself within just a few months, not to mention it's 100% tax deductible. The price goes up on September 1st, so lock in your lower rate for a full year today and get an extra $100 off when you go to collective.com/Megyn right now. A team of experts to handle your business formation, accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, and business taxes at a small fraction of the cost. Plus, save potentially thousands of dollars each year on taxes. That's collective.com/MEGYN. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.